Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
How could I effectively go from component to HDMI?
Component to HDMI can in fact be done with a pure cable solution some of the time.
Thanks, that was a great way of explaining the problem.
If you just watched the video about VGA and HDMI and DVI with compatibility across all three, then you know that HDMI is partially compatible with VGA. Component is VGA minus one of the horizontal sinks. So there is in fact a cable that you can order from Black Box that will go from this to this with no electronics. And it will work with most televisions, not all televisions.
Oh, really? So even if you've done the cable conversion, the TV or whatever video output device you have may not be compatible?
Right, because there's no control mechanism on the output from component like there is on HDMI. HDMI negotiates. It says, hey, I support these things, and you support those things. Where do we match? What's the best fit? Let's pick one.
Okay.
Component is perfectly happy to say, I would like to output at 719. Not 720, 719. And instead of being that 1280 that you'd like to be, I think I'm going to be 1134. And screw 60 hertz, let's be 54. And you could do that because it's analog. And that wouldn't work when it got to the television.
Right, of course.
So usually what you're going to do is you're going to go through a home theater receiver that does HDMI up conversion. This isn't video up conversion, like we're not going to change the resolution. We're simply going to change from an analog signal to a digital signal. Onkyo makes a very good receiver for doing that. Denon makes a good receiver for doing that.
Yeah, that's the one I got. That's one you recommended. Yeah.
Yep. And that will take your analog component, like out of your Wii or out of an old DVD player, and convert it to HDMI.
Does it make it better though? I mean, you're changing the signal, and you're.
It's supposed to be the same because you're not doing up conversion. You're just doing a format conversion. There are in fact expensive receivers that would take your 480p and convert it to 720p HDMI, but that's not really a format conversion. That is truly a upsampling up converter.
Did those ever really work very well though?
They can do a pretty good job. I mean, that's basically what an up-converting DVD player does, because an up-converting DVD player is going to take the 480p signal off of the DVD and outputs it at 720p, and those definitely look better than the old 480p pictures that were coming off of DVD players 10 years ago.
So what do we have to watch out for then in terms of the types of conversions or the cables available from going from component to HDMI?
I would say, for the most part, do it with a home theater receiver because it's going to handle all of this. Will the format work between the two? And you're probably going to need a home theater receiver to catch the audio anyway. So that would be the way to go. If you're trying to do something weird and you want to order the $200 cable from Black Box, you can do it, but you won't ever really be like, yes, I know for certain that what I have hooked up is going to work. And that's a scary thing to me. Like,